What up, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up, world? It's your boy Amp Dog with another episode of Politickin. Want to thank everybody for tuning in, showing your love, and make sure y'all hit that like, share, subscribe button, and tell a friend and tell a friend. Big Amp Dog said, what's the deal? And today we got a story about Mr. Uh, Robert Sylvester Kelly. I think that's his name. But yeah, R. Kelly was convicted. He was convicted of all charges. Uh, I believe it was one count of racketeering and eight counts of violating the Mann Act, all kind of stuff. He was basically accused of multiple grooming and exploiting young women and men for his own sexual gratification and running a sex cult by trafficking people across state lines. Um, he faces life in prison, I would say. I mean, at least, he's already 54 years old, so anything after 30, dirty 30 is pretty much you know, but I don't know, I just wanted to give a reaction on it. Um, I do feel like, you know, there is a lot of people that played a part in it, so not to take any type of accountability off of him, but there's a lot of people I feel like that played a part of it, and a lot of them, escaping like clean, like free, because now they playing victim. Where I think as long as that money and that lifestyle was being provided, none of them had a problem with it. And it might be messed up to say, but I feel like some of the family members, of the victims, um, I just feel like, how could one man have all that power, you know? And and I can't help but think that the only reason why somebody like this guy in the photo right here, could have that type of power is because not only were people, wanting to, take part in the lifestyle, yeah, it probably was some kinky, nasty stuff that was going on, but I feel like at the time, you know, it wasn't so much about probably being forced to do it as much as you were, you know, just, a part, want to be a part of the lifestyle, want your career to bloom, different things like that, and yeah, I believe, where there's smoke there's fire. So um of course we've seen this before where, a bunch of people come out with allegations and things like that. um I think the most damning part to me would be certain people that were close to him that start coming out and saying that you know, they were witnesses of this and that, and it's like, well, why didn't you say anything? To where you got to be held accountable in my eyes, because you know better. In fact, you just as bad. If you ask me anyway. I don't necessarily know how everybody else feel about it, but I feel like if you're gonna take him down, take all of them motherfuckers down. You know what I'm saying? The ones that used to book the flights, that used to, you know, transfer the money, different things, because they saying it's a racketeering. You know what I'm saying? So that's like a criminal entity. So anybody that's a part of that entity should be taken down as well. You know what I'm saying? But I will say, as far as Mr. Sylvester Kelly, um, you should have moved different. You know what I'm saying? You knew, the allegations that have been glooming over your head. This is not your first time facing charges off this shit. So, like, knowing that another person come out and have an allegation about anything, um, it's not gonna look too good, because people in the first case felt like you were guilty, but you had that bread. You know what I'm saying? You had that bread. Now they say your net worth is -2 million. So it's a business move in my eyes, where it makes sense why these people walked away and said, fuck it, I got a statement, I got a story or two. You know what I'm saying? Because the money burnt out, which falls on you thinking that, you Mr. Invincible man in many cases. You know what I'm saying? And unfortunately for you, you know, a lot of ways that you probably treated these people when you were, I believe I Could Fly, R. Kelly. Um, you know, you probably didn't treat them that well. So I believe as much as you were a nasty, sick motherfucker, I do believe that some people just didn't like how you treated them 20 years ago. So now they got a story to tell about you know? Um, but nonetheless, you got convicted. You could appeal it. Um, everybody that was defending them, you know, I get it now. You know, y'all gonna figure out something. Oh, look what they did to Cosby and this and that. But it's like you got to understand um, when you have like it's like if people look at me and say, "Hey man, he known for stealing." If I don't want to be looked at as a thief, then I might want to start changing my ways to separate myself from that. You know, and to me, it was like he always played a part in it. Like you see the interview with even years ago. You know, you see the interview with him and Aaliyah, and you know, um, for her to be 15, I get it. It's entertainment. But when the lady asks, you know, so how old are you? And she say, well, you know, a woman never tells her age. Like, you know, you 15. You know, so I do feel like you probably do got that super influential get in the woman's mind or a girl's mind, a kid's mind, a boy's mind, and enough to you give me that vibe that you are manipulative. You know what I'm saying? Just seeing how cocky you is with this belt on with a tongue sticking out. You know, like it's and I get it was all part of entertainment, but like when you start to blur them lines between entertainment and reality and real life, then this is what you deal with. You know what I'm saying? Um, yeah, it's just a bunch of stuff. Just some of the craziness of it all. Just how you just kept going and going and going. Yeah, your music great. That's where you should have just let your iconic legacy live on that way. You know what I'm saying? Like you should have left the little girls alone. You should have like I don't know, I don't know, but yeah, it's things where like part of me feel like you know this is R. Kelly, one of the greatest artists. Why would he have to take advantage of anybody and this and that? But then again, you think about it like if you targeting those that are too young to even register or you know see anything as far as realizing the okey doke or you know then yeah that's just as bad you know I feel like that interview you did with Gayle King um it was one part on there that was real funny like my favorite part. Hold on, let me play this real quick.
Honest. Somebody sent me something on my phone and it said that I hog tied her. I don't know how to hog tie people. What would I hog tie? My kids is listening to this. Being honest. Somebody sent me something on my phone and it said that I hog tied her. I don't know how to hog tie people. What would I hog tie? My kids is listening to this. Oh.
All right, I mean I don't believe he probably hog tied because I mean nigga barely can say it. But then again, I do. You know, I don't know. I don't know. I just a lot of how he act to me played into you know the character that they described as far as the one that they dealt with and you know um, yeah. So I feel like a couple of his homeboys, a couple of assistants, managers. Different people that played a part in you know allowing him to keep this this illegal organization functioning across state lines. They need to be facing some charges too. You know, um, yeah. I don't know. I can't hard dog. So, but Yeah, it's just a bunch of stuff going on with this. I'm gonna follow up because they say he getting sentenced May 4th, 2022. I definitely want to see how he's gonna be charged. Bill Cosby came out and said he was railroaded, but he got a little thing against the attorney that represents the victims, Gloria Allred. She be on it. I'm starting to I don't know. I'm starting to kind of get the vibe of like a like a Benjamin Crump type thing where she just pop up only on certain ones that's gonna take off type shit, not necessarily just doing the due diligence of women that are on a smaller level. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. That's just my opinion. Um, yeah, is R. Kelly gonna get you know? Is they gonna treat him like the R&B legend he is? In prison. Uh, how long y'all think it's gonna take before somebody put them paws on him if he ain't already had them put on him? You know what I mean? Or is he gonna be in protective custody? Probably. I don't know. But yeah, yeah, he faced up to life in prison, bro, and it's unfortunate because he still got other cases he got to fight. So he lost the federal case. Now you got these smaller, state cases, and I don't know. I just feel like play his music. You feel me? If that's what you so choose to do, or if you choose to boycott it, boycott it. You know what I'm saying? That's totally up to who you are and what you feel like. Me personally, I done caught myself a couple times in like a restaurant and hear his music, and I still be bobbing my head. So I mean, you can't knock the feeling that certain music and memories that you have with certain music give you. So I think people should stop trying to divide and make people feel bad for wanting to listen to his music. You feel me? You could fuck with the art and not fuck with the person. It's possible. You know what I'm saying? It's a few artists that I like that just personally I'm like, you know what I mean? And I don't know him personally, but just from what I see, you feel me? So I feel like R. Kelly, he probably got what he deserved. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I feel like that's just all off bad decision making because some people did hit the come up, some people hit the jackpot, some people took advantage of, you know, your position. As much as you thought that you was taking advantage, like it was some people that was plotting on you from day one. You know what I'm saying? So the moment that you couldn't produce them trips out of the country during trial and stuff like that, allegedly, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, they be there when it's there, and they when it wash up and dry up, they gone. And you see it easily. This is a prime example. People turn their back on you. You know what I'm saying? I'm not sure if the people that work right beside you that's giving statements, if they kind of made a deal with the prosecution or anything, or they got immunity, from their statements, but they definitely need to be charged just as well. You know, that's just my whole real aspect or point of this video for real. I mean, because it's kind of like you could always see how a person is after they get away with some shit. So the first trial he had, if he would have came out humble, on some Kobe Bryant type shit, because when Kobe got off, Kobe, you didn't get that vibe that Kobe was still out, trying to cheat on his wife or sleep with women that whatever. You didn't see that. I seen the changed man. You know what I'm saying? Um, but R. Kelly, on the other hand, to me, it was like, let's keep it going. Like they talking about me. Fuck what they think. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I'm on. They got skits about me. I want to pee on you. Drip, drip, drip. You know what I'm saying? So it was like you should have changed up how you was moving. Um, any anything that you were doing and you got away with, that should have been a realization that you should have just that was your opportunity, your restart. But the fact that you kept going, you got a serious problem. I've heard videos from like a brother or a family member speaking that, oh well, he was abused as a child, which is, you know, it's common that abused become the abusers. But at the end of the day, there's no um, exception or no excuse for, you know, taking advantage of somebody, you know. Um, Now, do I feel like the fact that he wasn't charged with a rape charge more so, you know, it shows that a lot of it was consensual as far as, you know, whatever the situation was going on. You know, now when it come down to the younger kids and stuff, you know, it's automatically not consensual. You know, if you're a child, you don't have you're not considered an adult to make that consensual decision, you know. So yeah, those charges, yeah, you if you out here dealing with young girls and you know you feeling like you had the loopholes back in the 80s and you know what I'm saying, where you was marrying marrying Aaliyah, you know, because you thought she was pregnant, shit like that. That's just crazy in itself that you could do something for so long and then just really not give a fuck or think about, you know, that one day things will change. Like nobody expected social media to, you know, be this you could get convicted for some shit because enough people talk about it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you should have moved better, differently. You know, the yeah, you had a long run. You know, decades of living this rock star. You know, R&B legend. You know, super producer. You know, but you should have been able to tame your habits or whatever, you know, or got help. That's where I really think it should have been. You should have been getting help, and the people around you should have got they noses out your pockets or your bank account. And made sure that they wasn't no yes men or women, and made sure that they were, you know, doing whatever they could do to help protect you. Because if I'm gonna sit there and watch you do some fucked up shit and some illegal shit, uh, then I'm just as guilty, and I really don't give a fuck about you. You know what I'm saying? So that's the thing that I think he should think about during the rest of his time in jail. Don't get in my comments talking about, oh, he didn't do it. It's just another black man being put down. The thing is everybody get an opportunity, you know, to have they moment. You know, unfortunately for him, um, as lucrative as his career was, he found himself down bad, you know, and I could just imagine that was probably his main thing he holding over people's head was that bag. So a lot of motivation behind wanting to be with a person and things like that changes. A lot of shit changes when the money ain't there no more. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that's just what I think. This big amp dog, y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. Is he guilty? Was he railroaded, like Bill Cosby said? Um, was he just being targeted because he a black man that was successful? You know, or they just trying to take down our black legends, our innovators and stuff like that? You know, or is it just sometimes your idols um, are sick motherfuckers? Sometimes like a motherfucker could be just as great with what you fall in love with them for, whether it's movies, TV, music, sports, um, whatever. Whatever you fall in love with, they could be just as great. They could be great as hell at that, but they could be equally as bad doing and taking advantage of people. And yeah, I'm sure a lot of this stuff was accepted back then. It was kind of like a normal thing back then, but the reality is it doesn't make it right. You feel me? So I feel like a lot more celebrities, um, a lot more entertainers, things like that will probably be being ousted. You know, because of how they was, you know, and this is just the time and era that we in. You know, if you were, you know, taking advantage of somebody or, you know, abusing somebody, underage or not, taking advantage of them, forcing them against their will, hog tie, you know, then yeah, you deserve everything that'll come to you. And like I say, karma's real. You know what I'm saying? Karma real as fuck. It don't never miss. Like you might get away with some shit for 20 years, 30 years. There's been people that got away with murder for 40 years and damn near 75 and going to jail. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, y'all just let me know what y'all think in the comments. Like, share, subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Big M Dog said, what's the deal? Make sure you always protect yourself, protect your people, and protect your peace, protect your freedom, protect your kids from their favorite celebrity. Protect yourself from your favorite celebrity. Um, Understand that humans are humans, and no matter the spotlight put on people, uh, they could still be pieces of shit. Message from Big M Dog. Peace.